Alright, so I think I'm gonna choose this spot. It's pretty quiet. It's been quite windy this morning. I've been riding around a little bit, trying to find some nice place to shoot this video. I think this will do. There's somebody over there, but that should be fine. Also, my first attempt to record the video was without using any filters, and it was way too bright. I had just updated the firmware, so I'm not sure if it's that. I'll look into that as well. But yeah, so today I actually went and picked up these filters made by Polaroid. So I'm gonna try the ND filter. So hopefully this will help a little bit. Alright, so let's have a look. This is hard to do one-handed. Alright, here we go. Oh, this is cool. So I can actually use this spot for another one. Great. So let's see. Alright, so this is the ND filter, which I'm gonna use today. Then, right, this is the UV filter, so I'm gonna use this one just to keep the lens protected. And this is gonna be the CPL filter. Alright, it seems like the wind is picking up a little bit, but this will be okay because I'm gonna be able to test the mic as well. So that thing gets actually pretty loud. Alright, so this is the moment of truth. Actually no, because I'm not gonna use the filter yet. So I just wanna see if it's still doing the same thing. So it was super bright the other day when I tried to do this. So let's get the camera on. And let's have a look at the settings. Okay, so we're doing f3.5 and 1/1000 shutter speed, and it's still bright. And ISO I think is... Alright, so ISO was set to auto, so I just changed it to 400, which is the lowest one for some reason, and I'm not sure how I can get it lower than that. I haven't been able to figure that out yet. So it is kind of bright. I'm recording on the camera as well, so I can add that video. So right now it's at almost -1, the exposure, and we are at 1/1600 the shutter speed. Let's get it all the way to 0. So this is what correct exposure should look like, but the sky is completely blown out, so I'm not sure if it's a firmware issue or what. Hopefully you can see this on the screen right here. And this is what I think should be correct exposure, and on the camera it translates as -2 in terms of the exposure. So since I'm recording right now, we're going to be able to see that on the camera. Alright, so this is actually why I bought the ND filter, because I wanted to kind of reduce the brightness So originally, I mean, I always try to do the 180 rule. So whatever frame rate I'm choosing, I'm gonna do double for the shutter speed. I was not able to do that, and I kept increasing the f number. You kind of lose the bokeh with that. So let's see if we can do something using the filter. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Okay, kind of. And there we go with the ND filter. So this is the ND9, so it's gonna be 3 stops, I think. Okay. So this is what it looks like. I really like that look, especially when you get to see the reflection in the actual filter. There we go. Okay, so this is actually what it looks like right now on the camera, and we are at 1/3200, ISO 400, and standard, like the f number, so that's as wide as it'll go. And let's try to get it to a decent exposure, and this is at -2 right now, so let's do that. And I'm liking it so far. We are still at 1/400, and it starts to get bright again. Okay, and let's see how close we can get it to a normal exposure. I'm gonna start recording on the camera as well. I'll try it. Okay, so this is what normal exposure looks like according to the camera. To me, it's still kind of bright. Let's go a bit lower. Okay, so it's still interesting that it's doing that. So I'm gonna try to go as low as 1/60th, which is gonna be double the frame rate, so we can do the 180 rule. And we're gonna adjust the aperture right now. Alright, so we are at f8. It shows that it's underexposed. Not sure about that, what it's gonna look like on the camera, but I kind of like it like that. Alright, so I've moved the camera a little bit further away from the bike, and we're gonna use the zoom on this lens. I mean, it's not like we're gonna lose any light, so we're already at f8, so it doesn't really matter. And then next I'm gonna get this going, which is the mic. So let's see how that's gonna go. Okay, so having a 6-meter long cord sounds like fun, but then you have to deal with this stuff. So I guess the camera's gonna be as far as the cord reaches, so we'll see. Okay, so this took me like a good 7 minutes to get the cord untangled, and we're ready to go. So I got the mic clipped to my scarf, and then I have the other part which has the battery and the on-off switch. And then next it's gonna be the actual jack that I'm gonna plug into the camera. Alright, so let's get this plugged in. I'm gonna need 2 hands for this. Okay, so it's plugged in. check. Okay. Wait, I missed that. Yeah, so this is gonna be a mic that we plugged in. So they have different ones that use batteries, like a small battery. So I actually went for this one that you can charge, and it's gonna give you like 10 hours. And you can see that it has the headphone jack there, so you can monitor your audio. And they've got the USB-C one, but that one was not available online. And yeah, let's see how this is gonna work. I've got the mic plugged in, and I'm gonna test it right now. You can see that it's moving. So yeah. f14, 1/60th the shutter speed, and ISO 400, and it looks like it's correctly exposed, and I like how it looks. So I'm gonna get in the frame and see how that's gonna look like. Alright, so I switched the film simulation to Lavalier, which is one of my favorite ones for landscape photography. So I'm not sure how this is gonna look like, but let's see. So basically the sun moved a little bit. I had the sun right behind me, and I'm thinking, since I have that other filter, like the polarizing filter, why not change things up a little bit? And I'm gonna point the camera this way so that it's at a 45 degree. No, it has to be at a 90 degree to the sun. So we're gonna do it like that way, and the sun is right there, and I'm gonna use the polarizing filter for that, and we're gonna see what that looks like. So now the shadow is to the right, so we're at the 90 degree angle. Okay, so I'm gonna change the filter to the polarizing one. How cool does that does the ND filter look? Though, so this comes off. That's the lens. Okay, so let's see which one it is. I believe it's this one to the left. So here's the polarizing filter. So this is actually cool that it's so wide, because you can definitely attach the cap, like the lens cap, if you keep the filter on all the time. So I like that. Probably gonna keep this on, even though I have the UV one, but we'll see. Okay, and then of course it allows you to adjust the actual filter. So this is what it does. I'm also recording on the camera as well. So this is at the darkest, and let's twist it, and now it's going to change, and the exposure is going to change, and let's go back. So this is kind of where it's at, like the darkest. I like that. Alright, so time to pack up and go home.